Kaori Sakamoto is the world champion. Finally, it's been such a long time since something felt so right in women's figure skating. The whole podium felt right based on how they skated, with Loena Hendrickx in second and Alysa Liu in third. We have suffered through so many competitions where the medals have been given out to skaters because of corruption and not based on how well they did on the ice. And we all know which guys I'm talking about. It's the Russian ethereal girls, whose wrong edges and under rotations are almost never called. They are given insanely high PCA scores compared to how they actually did. Not to say that they never deserved a medal, of course they have. They are incredible, but being incredible in addition to having inflated scores has made them basically unbeatable. And it's been so frustrating watching figure skating during the last years because of this corruption. It has completely destroyed competitions for me. But now, with the Russian girls not being able to compete, which is of course very sad for them because it isn't their fault that they are ruled by a ruthless dictator who has invaded Ukraine, the result in figure skating was that the worst corruption was gone from the event. Even though biased scoring is still there, it is not on the same level, and it was amazing to finally see a podium where each medal felt deserved, and they were so happy and joyous on the podium. It was the first time ever for all of them, and it was truly their moment to shine. And let's begin with the bronze medalist, Alysa Liu, who has had such a new journey. Despite being only 16, she won American Nationals at only 13 years old and has since then been branded as this girl who could finally keep up with the amazing Russian girls because she was the youngest ever to land a triple axel. But then puberty came, as it does to girls, and she got a completely new body and lost all of her jumps. And people were so mean to her on the internet. Like, she got so much hate for not being this amazing star and instead, getting worse. But she has put in so much effort in learning to jump in a new way that doesn't rely on zero weight, and now she has blossomed into this young woman with such a charisma, and she actually did land a triple axel in her free program, although it was under-rotated. But I'm just amazed by her being able to take that bronze in her first senior season, despite all of the pressure that's been on her on such a young age. After her skate, she completely broke down into happy tears. You could see the pressure and anticipation being lifted from her shoulders, and how tired she was, how much work she has put into this skate, but then she managed to do it at the right time, at the right moment, and it was so moving. Moving on to the silver medalist, Loena Hendrickx. God, I was nervous during her skate because I really wanted her to win a medal, but she suffered a groin injury just a couple of weeks before this competition and had been training for 5 days or something, and I honestly didn't think that her body would be able to handle all of those jumps in her free program, but she did it. She actually did it. And when I saw her technical scores passing Alexa's, and I realized that she had the medal in her hands, I started crying, because now she's the first woman ever to win a figure skating medal for Belgium, and she completely lost it when she saw her scores, and it was adorable. She's sitting there in her golden mask just crying, but she didn't get the gold, she got the silver, because the gold medal, of course, it was Kaori Sakamoto's time to stand at the pedestal, and if I was crying after Luna's skate, guess what I did after Kaori's? I completely lost it. I was a mess, and I watched this in the living room at the TV, and my mom was like, why are you bawling? You're not even Japanese. And I was like, you don't get it. She has gone through so much, and this is such a special moment. Kaori is such a quality skater with amazing jumps and amazing artistry, and yet she has never gotten a medal because of bullshit scorings and corruption, basically. But this was her moment to shine, and she took it. And it was beautiful. It was also beautiful that she skated to I Am a Woman, and it was like 4 years ago since an actual woman won the women's figure skating event and not a teenage girl. Even though I'm not a fan of this music, it is a bit cringe or cheesy, but she does it well. She does it so well that I don't mind the music. Moving on to some other skaters, we have Mariah Bell, who was third after the shoot, but didn't manage to keep that place after the free, which was expected. Still, she placed fourth overall. One who had a bigger shot of getting a medal though was Young Yu, but that chance slipped right out of her hands when she fell on her triple flip and popped her loop. But she's 16, hopefully she will have many successful championships to come, and because of her and her teammate Lee, Korea now have secured 3 spots for women at the next World Championships, which is really exciting because they have 3 great women skaters right now. And also, Loena Hendrickx managed to get 3 spots for Belgium next year, and I have no idea which other skaters Belgium have, but I guess we're gonna see at the next Worlds. The one who had the biggest climb of the night was Anastasia Gubanova, who went from number 14 to 6 overall, and her free skate was the 5th best of the night. I honestly think her free skate was worthy of a top 3, and thus she would have earned one of those small medals, but she is underscored in PCS, which is a shame because she has marvelous artistry. Another person who had a great climb was Lee from Korea, who went from number 11 to 7, but the most memorable was that she screamed after landing her last 2 jumps, and it was honestly the cutest moments of the night. Someone who didn't have a good night was Wakaba Higuchi from Japan. I really thought she was gonna medal at these championships because honestly, if she had performed as she did at the Olympics, she probably would have, but apparently she has some injury which must have bothered her, and I also think her spirit was a bit crushed after the Olympics because of how low her PCS scores was despite her performance, and that must affect you. I mean, to know that despite you putting all of your effort and knowing how good you are not gonna be rewarded for that, and it's gonna be harder for you to take a medal because of that. But that was everything for today and for this season actually, and now we finally get to wrap up this total mess of a season. Honestly, it has been a lot, from the Olympics, the crying and the drama and trauma at the Olympics, to the Russian figure skaters being banned, and the whole thing of which Russian skaters were gonna go to the Olympics. Was it Anna or Lisa or Sasha? And then Camila's doping scandal. Whew, it's been a lot, and the next season I have absolutely no idea what's gonna happen. I think it depends on if the Russians are being able to skate or not, but one thing is for sure, I will keep making these reaction videos. I hope you enjoy them. Bye!